Good morning, freedom fighters. It is 9:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, October 27th, 2024. Second video today. I just ended right here, but I want to start a new one just about the unbelievable man-made electrical storms with next-rad radar systems. Undeniable, undeniable. These machines are creating this weather offshore of South Carolina and North Carolina. There is no reason for this weather except for these machines are microwaving it. Same as they created a tornadoes in Florida during Milton. That was a man-made hurricane. That was an attack on Florida times 3. It was an earlier attack earlier in the year. But and we may have another one coming very soon that's forming in the Caribbean at this moment. Heavy chemtrail attacks at this moment above the storm right here. Tennessee's being sprayed, Kentucky, Virginia, Maryland. While these frequency waves are going on, let's go to the chemtrail operation. I'm going to make a short video. This is part 2. There's a part 1 to even make a little longer detail with stuff in England. We need to spread the word. We cannot get lazy on this. We need to boot up. We need to really start helping people see the truth here some way, somehow. Stand by. Microwave energy is creating these storms. I want to zoom in on this a little bit more too first. Stand by. And then wait for the chemtrail operation. It really wouldn't give me the spot I want. It's too far down or too far up. But it is truly all the time we keep showing how these microwave energies are going through these storms and creating them. Into Thin Air does a great job of showing this. I just want y'all to know that. He does. He's been doing this a lot longer with this computer stuff. But right there, I mean, it's just beaming the heck out of these storms in every direction. A lot of microwave energy that we're not seeing. We only see it where it's really turned up. See this microburst here? I don't see any reason for it from the storm, but the machine creates it. I don't see a storm for a microburst. That's a downward force of wind. And these devices overlapping is not necessary to see the rain. It is to create storms. All this needs to be shut off. Turn the power off, turn the power off, turn the power off. I can't say it enough. We must turn the power off of this equipment. Where is my law enforcement? Stand by for the unbelievable chemtrails over even the state of Tennessee, where it does not matter about outlawing these. You're not going to stop it. Stand by. This is live right this second. That's a chemtrail. And we go back to where it was sprayed over Tennessee. The black line is just a shadow of the sun coming up. Chemtrails all over the state of Tennessee this morning. Massive spray operations in Kentucky. Neighboring state of Indiana did not seem to cross the line of Ohio, but I'm sure they could see it if they looked to the south. DC is getting heavy spray today. None of these politicians has any control over this. It is way bigger than our politician. We're allowing mad scientists, corporations to control our lives. Greed will be our downfall. These operations will destroy our planet. There is barely a bird, a bug, or a fish left in the sea. Just 12 states reported almost total loss of their fisheries, and that's freshwater and commercial. Our coastlines and rivers are being devastated by these kind of just one of many, many pollution. Florida is being sprayed as well this morning. I went over in the last video. You can see the lines already. Completely white out. Chemtrails going into Naples. Has nothing to do with landing. They're not landing at any airport. These trails go right on out into the Atlantic Ocean, and this material will most likely continue into some kind of weather system, or just be part of the program going across the country, across the pond to the next countries, because they're heavy spraying in London this morning. Very distinct. Let's go back 6 hours here because the daylight was a very long time ago over on the other side of the pond. But no real trailing to me at daybreak 6 hours ago. But it turned very quickly bad for England. Very distinct lines starting at 3 hours and 4 hours ago. Kind of weird how that's wrote. As the day progresses today, this is today, very heavy chemtrail operation as I go in more detail in my previous video. If y'all like to catch both videos, I appreciate it. We need to shake our neighbors awake. This is a chemtrail operation. It's very distinct color change. See how it's lighter in color? That is a straight up chemtrail operation over England. Very good pictures coming from our warriors. This madness is global and it needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped immediately. Anywhere I see this lighter color is suspicious to me. People ask me, where don't I see it? And truthfully, I've seen it in every country that matters, like Russia, China. I have not really noticed it down here. Not saying they don't have manipulation. That looks like some serious storms. But Argentina has been one I haven't noticed it. Not saying they don't spray. I just haven't paid attention enough to see it down here, even though that looks suspicious. But I want to leave y'all with some information about World War II. Back in the 1930s, before World War II started, they built cities. They, as in our rulers, the people who ruled us back then, built cities to protect their families here in Argentina, whereas the skies are very clear at the moment. But I want to leave you with a video where they discuss these towns. The largest Oktoberfest is not in Germany, not in the United States, it's in Argentina, where they built homes for their Nazi families, where they kept them safe, and still safe today. But I want y'all to know the truth that Rothschilds worked both sides of the war. He owned all the banks at the time involved in the war, and he built massive German cities here because it's German bankers. Stand by for some incredible hidden history. This is a very good clip from iNews 24 or whatever you want to pronounce this, but it is about the cities that's in Argentina that was built in the 1930s before World War II even started. They had to make sure they got their friends and family out of harm's way while they kill almost 100 million lost their lives in World War II. Estimated 85 million, but I bet that's a low estimate. High estimation. Commercial Fisherman standing by. Please watch the truth. Learn the truth. It's a huge puzzle, and I have slowly been putting it together. Standing by for an incredible journey to Argentina.
Argentina. You may have heard of this nation for its football, its tango, or maybe its beef. But this Southern American country hides many secrets, and I'm about to take you to see one of them.
Between the never-ending flow of beer to the restaurants dedicated to the art of the sausage, to the lush green forests blanketing this town, you might guess that I'm in Germany.
But you're totally wrong. I'm all the way in Argentina. This is Villa General Belgrano. It's a small town nestled in the Sierra Mountains of Córdoba, which is a province right in the center of the country. And even though this town is only home to about 6,000 people, it's known for holding one of the biggest Oktoberfests in the world. Every year, thousands of people come here from around the world to take part in the beer making and worse traditions that dominate this town.
There are many locals here that continue to maintain German traditions. There's a group that has built a German community center, and they hold special German events using typical traditional German clothing, like Oktoberfest.
Villa General Belgrano is one of the few historically German-speaking villages that dot Argentina. And while visiting here may seem like all fun and games, this tiny town is home to a dark history that many know little about. It was an escape haven for the Nazis. Some even say that Hitler passed through. Let's go back in history.
When World War II broke out in Europe in 1939, it changed the face of the world, even all the way in the most southern point of Latin America. Here in Argentina, General Juan Domingo Perón was rising to power in the 1940s, bringing along with him fascist-friendly ideas. And even though Argentina appeared to condemn Germany for the atrocities committed during the Holocaust, when the war ended, a secret apparatus had been set into place to help Nazi criminals escape prosecution by allowing them to hide in Argentina.
From the moment they arrived in Argentina, the Nazis spread across 4 different points. The most important were Buenos Aires, Bariloche, Barrio Rio Negro, and right here in Córdoba. What the Nazis were looking for when they arrived in Argentina was a similar kind of climate and temperatures to their homes. Topographically speaking, we're talking about mountains and lakes, places that look just like Germany and Austria.
According to historical records, Hitler died in a bunker in Berlin in 1945. But there are also theories that the Nazi leader actually escaped to Argentina that same year in a secret submarine. Some say he lived his final years among these very mountains.
I believe they're more than rumors. Hitler was in the province of Córdoba, specifically in a town called La Falda. He was there in 1947, according to lots of data that I've collected from multiple sources in the area.
Pablo Weschler is a journalist that has been filming a documentary about Hitler's alleged escape to Argentina since 2005. And he says he has the information to prove it.
First of all, I traveled to La Falda and I met with local historians that provided this information. I interviewed Miss Catalina Gomero, one of the only 2 people who agreed to speak about this. She said in 1947 she was a waitress and served Adolf Hitler in Hotel Eden in La Falda for the course of 3 days. Hotel Eden is just a couple dozen kilometers from Villa General Belgrano, and what is for sure is that Hitler was in the province of Córdoba. There are also reports that say the Eichhorn family in La Falda were making lots of preparations to help Hitler arrive to Hotel Eden. This information comes directly from the Americans. The FBI passed this information along to Edgar Hoover, who at the time was the director of the FBI. The question I still have is, why didn't they go after him?
We'll never truly know, but Argentina is a nation of complex contradiction.
My family is from Córdoba, Argentina, and has been here for generations. We're Jewish, and luckily for me, my grandmother and her immediate family escaped to here from Europe when World War II broke out. That's why, as a teenager living in Córdoba, I found Argentina, my family's country, a nation full of confusing contradictions. In this country, many Jews have found a safe haven, but so have many Nazis.
Here in Villa General Belgrano, the village has managed to maintain the more charming side of its history. In 1932, the village was established by German immigrants. And until today, the shops here hawk artisanal products, all sorts of pickled goods, and chocolates, the vestiges of the town's Central European history.
My grandparents came from Germany and Austria. They already knew there was a German colony here that was looking for new residents, and so that's how they came to immigrate to Villa General Belgrano. We continue maintaining the German language in our house. Both my husband and I speak German, and we made sure that our daughters would also know the language.
German is no longer the main language that's spoken here. Now it's Spanish, but there's no doubt that this village remains dependent on its history, whether or not its true colors are always shown.
People come here because they're attracted to the architecture that looks so European. I'm Argentinian. I was born here in this town, so I'm more Argentinian than anything else, but we have an affinity to our German history. It's important to transmit this to our children, and that they should be proud of the sacrifices that their ancestors made to come here and build this beautiful town.
There's no doubt what happened in World War II if you studied it. All of their scientists were given jobs, horrible human beings, and we're still under their thumb today. Some of these families has ruled for generations. Quite a few of them, actually. Somebody talks about not using communism and calls it evil, but it has a name. Communism is evil. Running out of food won't be far. They love starving people. That's why I keep talking about it. I see photos with 5 million dead in one city. Photo I really don't want to show. But it needs to be shown, don't it? Those poor people. It wasn't even Germany that did it. Sad what we've done. We must start pulling together and realize we've been lied to about everything. I don't really find any truth in what they've told us. Our government lies. And if they lie about one thing, they lie about everything. Commercial Fisherman standing by. I hope y'all find that very helpful and interesting. I just want y'all to see the truth. And the truth is, they hand the scripts down to us to believe whatever they want us to believe, and it does not matter who you listen to. Y'all need to study this CFR. We are being controlled by those same groups. There is nothing we have that these people do not control. And these companies they are part of and they own or partnership with, it doesn't matter who one person owns, all these companies are controlled by the banking interests. When Elon said the bankers are the devil, I believe he's telling us the truth. When he said that no one is who they seem, I believe he was telling us the truth. We're in trouble here in so many ways. Commercial Fisherman standing by. Please let me know what you think of this video. It's part 2 today, but I'm going to release it first for the ones that are still with me. I'm going to wait on the second one. It doesn't seem to do very well when I do too many at once. Commercial Fisherman out. Y'all have a great day. Or night, whatever y'all are on. Different timelines here because you know why. Standing by.